Hello ladies and gents, Coffee Doug here, as always, to give you my faithful review week in and week out. Time for some pumpkin beer. I am going to review the movie The Stuff for you, because recently I was asked to guest star on a podcast with some friends of mine. They do a horrible horror podcast. And what they do is they take horrible horror movies and watch them so you don't have to. They do a full review. It's like an hour and something long. Tons of spoilers in it, but it's really funny and it's a good time. And they go through just all these crazy scenes and why this movie was ever made. It's pretty interesting. I did the podcast. It was a lot of fun. HorribleHorrorPodcast.com. Check out the link below. But I wanted to give you my rough cuts review of the film. 1985, rated R. The writer-director is Larry Cohen. He's done a ton of shit. I mean, just look it up. I mean, this guy, he's done a lot of stuff, a lot of horror movies. He's got a very impressive resume when it comes to writing and directing, and I had seen a lot of his stuff already, so I'm going to check out more of it. There's some movies I didn't realize he wrote or directed. So, Larry Cohen. The plot is this. There is some goo bubbling up from the ground, some bubbling goo, and you don't know where it comes from, you don't know what it is, but the locals, they find it and they love it. For some reason, they taste it. Who tastes shit bubbling up out of the ground? That's what I want to know. These guys do. They taste it, they love it. It kind of turns them into mindless zombies, and it's then marketed as a pudding dessert and put out there on supermarket shelves all across America, and it's taking over the world. And it's up to this FBI agent who, I don't know if he's FBI or CIA or International Man of Mystery. I don't think he knows either in the whole movie. And his friend Chocolate Chip Charlie to save the day. They've got to track down the stuff and get it off the shelves and warn America. The effects in it are pretty cool. They're very 1980s, but I love that, like, they're practical. You could tell, like, makeup artists put a lot of work into these effects, and it took a lot of time. They're cheesy, but they're really cool. They're a lot of fun. And throughout this film, they do something that I don't see very often, but they cut away to, like, after a scene, they'll cut away to a commercial for the stuff. And it's really cool how they edit those in, and it pertains to the storyline of the film. Now, I'm not going to tell you this is like some A-plus plot line or writing. It's just a lot of fun. They get into some of, what I would say like problems we have in America when it comes to marketing and believing everything the television tells you and falling for all the fast food schemes. They definitely address that. But they're not trying to win an Oscar with this film or, start a movement or anything. So watch The Stuff. Watch it this Halloween. I don't know that I'd say it's necessarily horror, but it's monster horror type stuff. It's a good time. Stuff! Watch The Stuff! And let me know what you think. Coffee Doug out.